Well, what up, and welcome to week 9. You made it, week 9 of our athletic ascension community. This is our mindset masterclass. Guys, this is the place where if you're a serious student athlete and you are perfecting your grind, you're doing all the things it takes to get to your next level, to experience breakthrough at the high school level, but you're not spending much time on the mindset. You're not spending the time necessary to amplify your aggressiveness and your application, and to actually put those skills that you're learning to use to get the stats, to get the accolades, to get the impact on the court. It's all in what's between the ears. Okay. And so that is what this mastermind community is about. If you're an adult, coach, parent, mentor, send this to a student athlete that this may impact in a positive way. If you're trying to get through to them and they're struggling in some areas and they want to go from having an average experience to an awesome experience, please like and subscribe and share this content. But without further ado, I want to get into today's message, because today's talk is about how we deny and thrive. Because so often we talk about the doing, we talk about having the dream, the distinct dream. We talk about having the different drive that pushes us beyond what we're capable of, or beyond what's comfortable. But today we want to talk about denying ourselves, because more than doing, sometimes you can get to your next level by denying yourself, by what you aren't doing. Okay, so let's talk more about that today. First and foremost, I need you to deny any negative thoughts and tongues. Okay, this is a mindset class, right? And so if you go back to previous lessons, we talk about fear, we talk about lack of aggression, we talk about those things that may be halting you. And one of the biggest things that stops student athletes and beyond student athletes, really just adults everywhere, is negative self-talk. Okay, I can't do that, man. I'm not a good shooter. You know, I can't. I'm not good in these situations. Okay, I'm scared when we play this team, or when the lights come on, or whether you're saying that to friends and family and teammates, or whether you're just saying that internally, whether there's just a little bit of a lack of confidence. And here's how you know if you're saying those things. If you're not saying the positive things, you're saying the negative. There is no neutral mindset. If you're not putting in positive, you're definitely building a ground, an atmosphere for negative self-talk to thrive. That's why we do the meditation minute. That's why we do the affirmations. And you guys should be practicing those on a day-to-day basis. But we've got to deny ourselves of negative self-talk. Also, we've got to deny ourselves of negative talk about others, okay? Because that's another form of negative self-talk. Because if you're talking about others, you're creating an energy in which you will be talked about, or you will talk about yourself in that same vein. So get rid of that. If you're somebody that watches maybe a player that's above you on your team, or maybe it's a player that's below you that's coming off the bench, and you're constantly bagging on their game or talking about how they're hurting the team, there's no room for that. Okay, deny that tendency, deny that urge to speak down on somebody. Maybe you're on a team where everybody's constantly talking about the coach, even your parents. You get in the car and they're talking about how dumb coach is and he's not playing you or putting you in the right positions. Deny that talk. Okay, because it just leads to more and more negativity. And it's the sign of a good leader. That's how you become leader, is overcoming bad with good energy, overcoming things that are negative with positive. You have to be, like they say, a thermostat, not a thermometer. You don't read the room and rise or fall based on what the atmosphere already is. You're a thermostat. You can change the atmosphere to be cooler or hotter, whatever it needs to be. So in order to do that, we can't buy into the negative thinking or the negative talking. All of this all of these things are negative energies, and you can go so much further faster by denying negative energies, negative intentions, and they creep in so quickly. Like I mentioned, it could be coaches, it could be family members, it could be teammates. It doesn't take long for a negative emotion, whether it's in the form of something that's said, something that's thought, something that is enacted upon, and all of a sudden that negative energy is about. So deny yourself negative thinking and talking. The other thing we want to do is deny ourselves negative nutrition. Okay. So many of you guys as athletes aren't paying attention to what goes on in your body. And truthfully, it's not a huge deal, because at your age, your body literally will create energy out of anything you feed it. However, there's always a level up, because a lot of times as you get older and you start to put more and more stresses on your body, you're lifting more weights, you're running faster, you have more body weight. Okay, you're able to transition and be more fluid in your movements, meaning you're putting more stress on your ankles and your joints and all these different things that cause you to be able to create force from the ground. Now you're more susceptible to injury based on what you're putting in your body. Those things matter. So as you level up, your nutrition has got to level up. So deny yourself sodas, deny yourself. If you're somebody who lacks nutrients and you don't like to eat vitamins, you don't like to eat vegetables, you don't like to get to sleep on time, deny yourself the negative things concerning that. Deny yourself the maybe it's the extra piece of chocolate or cake or whatever the case may be. Also, think about this. Sugar is not bad as far as when you're in a game and you need a boost of energy, or you're in a hard training or practice. It's okay to take a piece of candy or some juice, or obviously Gatorade or anything like that when you're in the moment. But so many of you guys eat sugar as a food group. Like, you go to the pantry or you go to the store and you come out with just candy. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. That is horrible for your body. All of those toxins, all of those food colorings, a lot of those candies are filled with metals and things that disrupt your body's natural processes. And so if you're somebody that's trying to grow, whether it's your height, whether it's in your strength, or even your maturity, because a lot of times those bad toxins can affect your mood, and obviously lack of sleep negatively affects your mood. So what are we talking about here? Putting down the television remote, putting down, or most of you guys probably don't even watch TV, but putting down the phone, turning off social media. You're denying yourself those things so you can get to sleep on time. You're seeing the what's the gummy candy you guys all eat, whether it's Skittles or Sour Patch Kids or whatever. You're pushing that aside and you're grabbing an extra side of broccoli. You're eating your salad. You're finishing your burger, getting your protein in, whatever the case may be. You guys have to start to deny yourself negative nutrition. Lastly, I need you to deny distractions, okay? Level up in whatever it is that distracts you, okay? If, like I said, maybe it's social media that's keeping you from going to sleep on time, level up in that thing. Maybe it's an immature mindset that's keeping you from being able to not talk about a teammate or a coach or a classmate or your brother or sister, whatever the case may be. Start to level up and get past those things. Maybe it's the music you're listening to that's causing you to curse and say negative things and have a negative mindset. You need to level up and get past that. There are plenty of genres of music. There's hip hop music. There's rock and roll. There's positive genres in every music type of collection. There are things you can do to level up past whatever these distractions are. I know for me, there are times when I delete all social media off of my phone. There are times when I pick up a book instead of picking up that TV remote at night. And so I need you guys to constantly identify what it is that's distracting you. Maybe it's coming home and getting on that video game rather than getting your rest or getting your nutrition or getting your workout in. The other thing I need you to do is recognize what I call Super Mario mode. So you guys have probably never played Super Mario. You guys are too young for that, but just call it whatever video game you play. Maybe it's the, what's the game where you follow and you shoot? I can't think of it, but maybe it's Madden or NBA 2K. And you know, when you play a video game and you get to a point and you get beat, maybe the bad guy shoots you, or you're in a fight mode and somebody beats you up, whatever the case may be, when you fall down, when you lose in Madden, you don't turn the game off and say, I'm never playing that again. You level up and say, okay, now I understand how to beat this board. Now I understand how to beat this foe or this challenge or whatever the case may be. Realize that life is like that. So if you're somebody who is not very good at denying yourself, has struggled to deny yourself in certain areas, maybe you always pick up the ice cream after dinner. Maybe you're somebody who, and again, I don't want to tell you that eating ice cream or cookies or anything is bad. There's a place for it. I'm talking about overdoing it. I'm talking about making that your go-to instead of eating the proper nutrients first and then getting a little bit of dessert or candy or sweets or whatever the case may be. Know that if you're somebody who constantly falls in these type of challenges, just get back up, dust yourself off, just like Super Mario, restart the game and do it again. Because the next time you come to that challenge, you're going to be more equipped to defeat it. So remember, no matter what you do, sometimes it's about what you deny more so than what you do in order to get breakthrough. Deny yourself some things. Deny yourself negative energies, negative tongues, negative thoughts. Deny yourself negative nutrition. Deny yourself negative distractions. And I promise you, you will get to your next level. As always, let's finish with our meditation minute, because I need you guys to start to adopt these things, not just listen like you listen to anyone else. I'm somebody who went from an average player to an All-American because I adopted what my coaches and mentors were telling me. I didn't just glance by it and say, oh, that's a good message, done. You know, I did these things and went over them and meditated on them again and again and again. It's a practice I use to this very day. I have a vision board that I look at 3 to 4 times a day for 10 minutes. You guys need to start to adopt your goals, adopt your mindset, adopt the things that you want to see happen, and start to rehearse them in your mind. And so right now, we're just going to take a few deep breaths and think about what it is that challenges us, what it is that we're constantly or often failing at. Maybe it's we're always thinking negative about that player that gets more minutes than us. Or maybe we're always saying something negative about our brother or our sister, how they just get on our nerves, or a mom or a dad or a coach. Maybe we're somebody who argues with officials, okay? We need to get rid of these negative thoughts and negative tongues, the things that we're saying, and we're just going to release those right now. We're going to see ourselves denying ourselves and practicing positivity. We're going to see ourselves pushing away the negative sodas, the negative sugars, the negative toxins, and start to go towards the positive nutrition. Even imagine ourselves liking fruits and vegetables and all these different things that seem crazy right now. We're going to start to develop a taste for what's good, what's positive. And lastly, every distraction. See every distraction, you leveling past those distractions. No longer do you need to listen to negative music that's filling us with negative emotions. No longer do I need to curse every other word that's coming out of my mouth. No longer do I need to come home and get immediately on a video game or on the phone or every time I'm in class or supposed to be listening, I'm checking social media. I'm leveling up my life in all areas. So I hope this helps. Like I mentioned, feel free to like and subscribe, share with others if this message is positively affecting you. And again, thanks for watching.